Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for May 7th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, May 7th, 1763, Pontiac's rebellion began. Native American warriors under Chief Pontiac attacked the British Army at Detroit. These Native Americans were unhappy with British rule in the Great Lakes region after the British victory in the French and Indian Wars, which lasted from 1754 to 1763. Warriors from many tribes joined the uprising in an effort to drive British soldiers and settlers out of the region. They attacked British forts and settlements. The tribes were never able to drive the British out, but the uprising led to changes in the way the British treated Native Americans. Also, on this day in 1789, the first inaugural ball was held in New York in honor of President George Washington and his wife, Martha. And on this day in 1963, the United States launched the Telstar II communications satellite. On its 10th orbit, it transmitted the first transatlantic TV program seen in color. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the phrase, "it doesn't cut the mustard." Now, when you say that something doesn't cut the mustard, you mean that it isn't good enough and falls short of your expectations. For instance, you might say, I usually like books written by this author, but this one's boring. It just doesn't cut the mustard. You might be asking, but how does the stuff that I put on my hot dog have to do with measuring quality? Well, the word mustard used to be used to describe something excellent, something that added flavor to a situation. So, if something didn't cut the mustard, it was boring and bland.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the hottest recorded temperature in the ocean? The answer is 759 degrees Fahrenheit, or 404 degrees Celsius. In 1985, scientists in a submarine recorded this temperature at a hydrothermal vent off the west coast of the United States. Now, considering that water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, or 100 degrees centigrade, those scientists were in some hot water. A hydrothermal vent is a crack in the ocean's floor where extremely hot, mineral-rich water escapes. They're usually found along underwater mountain ranges.
Health tips.
Don't eat your meals while you're watching television. If you pay attention to the food in front of you, you're less likely to eat too much or too little. Besides, meals are a great time to talk and share with your family and friends. On July 4th, 1776, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson were given the task of creating an emblem or a seal for the United States of America. The delegates of the Constitutional Convention believed an emblem and national coat of arms would be evidence of an independent nation and a free people with high aspirations and grand hopes for the future. The Great Seal was finalized and approved 6 years later on June 20th, 1782. The seal reflects the beliefs and values that the Founding Fathers wanted to pass on to their descendants. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.